Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Tiffany, and I thought today I would kind of give a quick update on how things are going planner-wise, if anyone was interested in that. And then also do like some quick flips of my Hobonichi cousin, the HON, and my weeks as well. So I'm going to move my cousin off to the side, and I'm going to start with my weeks. Okay, so let me, I guess the best way that I can explain this is in the past, I've always had a planner that went with me everywhere, that I would plan things in real time. Like if something came up, I would whip it out and scribble in dates or make sure there weren't any conflicts in my schedule. So it was like real time planning. And so in the past, it was like reverse. It was either like a book bound that stayed in my purse. Like last year, it was a pocket moleskin. The year before that, it was a Hobonichi Weeks. And it was like what I called like my purse planner, on the go planner, whatever you want to call that. But this year, I kind of like did, like I said, like a reverse here, where my personal rings has become the planner that goes with me everywhere. And it was because I was craving a lot of simplicity. I didn't want to insert hop for my weeklies like I have in the past. And I also just kind of wanted like the same structured layout that was working for me. I didn't want to like keep changing stuff and all of that. So hence the change. And I showed in my flip that my weeklies in here, my monthlies are Filofax, bought them on Amazon, cheap, $10, right? And then I also bought my weeklies on Amazon, cheap, $10. And it's just a week on a page where I can scribble stuff in it. And as it comes up, because you can see like I'm well into February where I'm writing stuff down, to give me an idea of what my schedule is looking like. But sometimes the way my brain like processes things, like I need something neater. And that's where like the Hobonichi Weeks comes in. And I hope I'm explaining this well. And while this is great to have in real time and to use as a reference, when I'm in that week, I need a bit more structure. I don't need just like scribbly stuff. I need like, you know, a very specific, like these are the appointments and events. These are my to-dos on specific days. And I need somewhere to track my habits so that I can hold myself accountable. And so this is great for real-time planning. And in the moment, I can pull this thing out. If I'm, you know, getting my hair done, or if somebody's like, hey, what you guys doing on this day? I can pull it out and be like, oh yeah, we can't because we have this. Or yeah, that works for us. Whereas in my weeks or in previous planners, like I'd set up a weekly and I would just set it up week by week. I just didn't want to print a bunch of inserts this year, basically. I hope I'm explaining that well. It's just the way my brain processes things. I do that also at work. I have like a scribbly planner where like it's a paper planner and where I scribble like my appointments down, but I also have a very neat digital planner so that I can like see like a structured week and I set it up week by week. It's just the way my brain processes information. And so this may not be something that you need, because I think everyone processes things differently. But it's just what works for me and helps me like be at my best. Also, I like to make stuff pretty. I like to use my stickers and my washies and all of that stuff. So there is also, as opposed to just the planning aspect of things and the productivity and then getting stuff on my to-do list done, there's also like the hobby stuff, the things where I do like to play with stickers and make things pretty and decorate and be creative. So anyway, that's how these two kind of work in conjunction with each other. So I shared a video, I think earlier this week, where I talked about like how I'm tracking in my planners, and that's cool. So I just have, I had this in a Moterm cover at the beginning of the year, and then I was like, I really like this art and I just want to see it. So I went to Amazon. Sorry guys, my dogs are tiptoeing around. I went to Amazon and I purchased this clear cover on cover. So, and it's got a pen loop, so I'm good. I just have like this card. I use this more so to like draw straight lines and cut my washi. And then this, I don't know where this came from, but I thought it was cute. So I put it in here. Fit perfectly. I made an attempt to collage journal. It was funny because I didn't have any of these. I didn't have my glue runners or whatever, glue tape. So I used Scotch tape, but I like it. It looks cute. Word of the year here. And I just had a good time just, you know, making a hodgepodge of stuff. So yeah, there's that. I hope my lighting is okay. It's early in the morning here. I don't think I have a use for this. I thought about using it to mark paydays, but I didn't because I note those on my monthlies and whatnot. So this tracker, this yearly overview tracker, I've never successfully completed a full one. And I was like, why am I like this? I love tracking. If you guys have watched any of my videos, y'all know I love tracking some stuff. So I decided to use this as, I have like a reading goal of 150 books this year. I've gotten back into reading and I love it. For so long, I could not read for fun because I was in grad school. My kids were little. I just didn't have the time. My kids are getting bigger while they keep us busy with activities. A lot of times, like I can just like sit while they're at their activities and pull out my phone and read my Kindle, or, you know, pull up my Kindle Unlimited app. So I have a goal of reading 150 books this year, and I use this Zig Dot, the fawn color, to note when I actually finish a book, because there are some weeks it takes, or some days it takes me longer to read a book than others. And then I use the gray dot for just to kind of see like if I worked out or did exercise or movement or whatever. And then I need to kind of update my key, but I know what it means, so it really doesn't matter. I don't need a key. Is H is headache, M is migraine. Sorry, y'all. I had to cut a light on. And so I wanted to track this on a yearly view because I've been having a lot of issues lately over the past several months, where headaches have been like a daily occurrence for the most part. And my migraines, have increased in severity and also length of time. I like earlier this week, I went to like a local, like a walk-in clinic and had to get the Phenergan Toradol shot. It didn't touch it. It actually made it worse. I was so sick and my husband had to take me to the ER. It was, yeah, I've never experienced anything like that. And I feel for you if this is something like that happens to you regularly, because I've never felt as terrible and as helpless as I did when I had that migraine. It was awful. And so anyway, it's terrible. And so I'm trying to track it because I have an appointment with my doctor coming up next week. And I really want to see a neurologist because I've had migraines my entire adult life, but it's worsening and I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't handle it. So I just wanted to track it. Ugh, I didn't mean for that to be like, oh, poor pitiful me, but it was rough. And then monthlies, I didn't start this until January, so nothing on December monthly. So monthlies are pretty simple. I started like putting stickers down, but I was like, I don't have time for that. As far as like icons and stuff, like I decorate because why not? It's pretty. So I do like almost like a coffee theme for January. And then here at the bottom, I'm tracking my sleep and my headaches and migraines again, just kind of on a month scale. And then this is where like high level, events, appointments, you know, birthdays, that type of stuff go here. For reference, paydays, that type of thing. So it's just kind of like a month view of all the things happening in life. And I did decorate, you know, my months. I think there's some stuff I need to put on February, but I started pre-decorating and I pre-filled out my trackers. So yeah, well, some of them, all through April. So working on that. Oh, these stickers, these cutesy weeksy stickers, these are from Via Creations. I like them. They fit very nicely in the Hobonichi Weeks, and I think it's subtle. It's not like, you know, this long thing, so I can kind of do my thing with decorating how I want to. And then let's get to my weeklies. I don't want this to be a long video, but you guys know who I am. If you're not new and you watch my videos, you know I talk a lot. So this is the structure of how I'm liking my weeklies at the moment. Let me take a sip of coffee. So I'm using this side to mark appointments, events, kids activities, that type of thing. These are going to be like day specific to-dos, things that I have to do. And I usually reference, I have like schedule, like routines in my personal rings, like my cleaning schedule, where I have it mapped out how I want to clean throughout the week. And it's just more like a maintenance type thing. So I'm not doing everything on the weekend, or I'm more focusing on like deep cleaning on the weekend. So I reference this when I'm planning my week, so I can like assign myself tasks. And then I draw a little box here, and I list my workouts here. I keep a to-do list, and then my habits. And the habits kind of serve as two things. One, it's like to track, am I doing those things? And also it's to really like trigger me, like, hey, it's retinol day. You need to put some retinol on your face, gotta keep that skin looking pristine, or, like updating spending. Spending is updating spending. So I'm liking the structure so far. I'm having fun. Like I'm using my, I don't want to say like I'm on a no buy, but like I'm on a use my stuff, like stop being a hoarder, Tiffany. Stop being afraid to use like what you have. That's why you bought it thing. So I'm not really buying like stickers or anything like that, washies, stuff like that. I've been into stamping lately, which is fun. I got these cool stamps from Amazon for like $10, and they were like typewriter font. I thought they were super cute. And then I bought like this ink from Hobby Lobby. So I've been having fun with stamps. These stamps are from like the Dollar Tree. You can get those like, what are they called? Like the plastic stamps that you stick on like acrylic block. Are they called like splice stamps or something like that? Anyway, I got these at Dollar Tree. And I really liked them. Coffee theme. You're gonna love some coffee. And I think, yeah. And then this is the current week that we're in. And I used these stamps. I got these stamps at Hobby Lobby. They're cute, but they're really big. So, which is why I went with the smaller stamps. I don't know why, like when I bought them, it did not compute. But like, as you can see, like these 2 days I was not a human. I was asleep, basically, knocked out from the meds. But this was the most current week. And so like, what I do is like on Sunday, sometimes I film it and sometimes I don't. I set up for the next week. That way it's nice, neat, organized. And as like I get closer to it, it's like I can go through and add my to-do list or whatever. So that's how I use my weeks. And then in the back, I just pasted, I did this after the fact, after I had already started writing. And so I just pasted this from Sterling Ink. It's a freebie. I think if you get her like emails or something, and it comes in like a million different sizes. I thought the art was really pretty. And so like, it's random. Like I used a Sharpie pen here. But I was like writing, I don't know, money stuff about like Sophie stuff for her acting and vocal lessons. I was, writing YouTube ideas. I wrote a note about somebody who went on a phone call with me and talked to me forever. Priority to-do list. And then after I write, I'll find some stickers that I like and put them on there. And then what I did was I just took the freebie. My words are not coming. I took the freebie from, hey, Kit, Chewy, don't get Molly riled up. The dogs and the cat are playing. And so I just like stuck it here to kind of separate, because I won't use a ton of these. I don't do dailies every day. I just do them as I need them. And then I'll have a daily. And then what I did in the back, because I had already started using this and I was like, I'm not setting up collections, is in the back, the last note page, I added a weight log. I'm not sharing my weight with y'all. And then I created like a movie log. I don't really watch a lot of stuff. Nope. My husband had me watch that. I was like, the movie's weird. Like, it was weird. I don't know. Maybe like I'm not as deep. But yeah, that was a weird movie, but I watched it and I was entertained. Series log. So I want to, I saw The Gilded Age came, season 2 is on HBO. So I kind of need to try to find time to watch that. And then I have some coworkers that love like watching like weird shows and like documentaries and stuff. And so they're constantly giving me recommendations. So I have like an ongoing list in my phone, and I just make a list from them. And then I put like streaming so that I can put like what service it streams on. And then I added a wish list, just in case if there's something, because I like my boundary this year is if I want it, it goes on this list. And it has to be a minimum of 30 days. If I'm still want it, then I can buy it. And that's more so to help me with like impulsive buying. So those are my collections, and that's my Hobonichi Weeks so far, and I'm enjoying it. It's, it's functioning well, and I can make it my own. And then we have my cousin, or my HON. I missed it. I didn't have one in 2023, and I didn't realize how much I missed the creative side of my planning. So there is no rule. There are no rules in this planner. This is my fun. I want to decorate a memory keep in my planner, and I want to make it as fat as possible and just do all the things and have fun. No limits, right? So with that being said, I did a humongous hodgepodge of stickers. I found all these stickers that I had in my stash, and I don't know why I was holding on to them. Like some of these are from Five Below. I think this one's like from Pen, Paper, and Plans. I actually painted or tried to paint that. Sophie gave me the Hello Kitty sticker. I think my oldest gave me that. I think that's Pen, Paper, and Plans. And then I have like this cute little doily that says "You are wonderful" on it. And I was like, oh, I like that too. So I just started like throwing stickers on here. It was a good time. And then I had more. So then I threw more on here. Thought that was super cute. And then I used like a Michael sticker pack to put 2024. And my boss gave me that sticker. And I was like, I'm not going to read into that. And she was like, don't read into it. She's like, normal is boring. And I was like, totally. I was like, but it's a pig in a donut. What are you trying to say? We were just joking. It was a good time. But it's been sitting in a drawer for almost 2 years. And I was like, it's going in a planner. So anyway, sorry, goofy. Okay, so I don't use any of this. This is where I track my mood. I need to set my moods up for February. And whereas in the past, I would track overall mood of the day, I do not do that now. I track all the moods I experience. I did not track my moods for the last 2 days because aside from this flippin' sucks, that was my mood. I'm dying. I feel like I'm being dramatic, but I'm really not. Like, I've never experienced a migraine like that. And I've had many migraines in my life, but I was having memory lapses. It was crazy. And it was weird. So I'm seeing a doctor, but we'll see what happens. But it was never experienced anything like that. So I had no mood aside from I had a meltdown before I went to the ER. That was, yeah. And I'm not one to melt, but I did. Probably oversharing, but it's fine. Okay, so the monthly spreads. You get December in these books, but the monthly spread is where I like to track like what workouts I do. Oh my gosh, y'all, there are goats in my yard. Distracted, I'm sorry. Our neighbors, like a little ways down, they got these like goats or rams or whatever, and they are just running the neighborhood, and they're so funny because their little legs, like their knees don't bend, and it's, anyway, sorry. I got distracted. They're so funny, like when they run. They're like running down the road now. Okay, anyway, back to this. Okay, so this is where I track my workouts. I highlight the box if I went to the gym or if I did exercise. And yoga is exercise. Because I think that was like snow week or ice week. And and then I kind of detail the workout. Now, I don't detail like each, like set, rep, lift, all that. But basically, like I'll put like legs, RDLs, because my husband is determined that I'm going to deadlift 300 by the end of the year. I'm at 170, my animals. I'm at 175 currently, and I'm repping it. I'm not max, I'm repping it. So kind of proud of that. Because when my Malaya was really little, I was really into powerlifting and I loved it. It was such a good stress relief. So I'm getting back into it slowly. And then, so like, it'll be like upper body, legs and shoulders, that type of thing. And then I'll note if I get on the treadmill, and I just walk at 3 miles per hour and do incline sometimes. And I try to do 15 to 20 minutes. So that's how I use this. And my goal, and I think I said it in my previous video, my goal is 3 to 4 days a week of exercise. And I'm shooting for a minimum of 45 minutes. I think that that is a realistic expectation I can put on myself. And so I've been pretty on par. I haven't been to the gym since Monday, and today's Friday, but you know, health and stuff. Okay. And then we get into the weekly spreads. These are for fun. These are like my memory spreads. And they're also an opportunity for me to decorate, use my stickers. It was birthday week for Sophie. Birthdays are a humongous deal in my house. I shower my kids in balloons. I blow up number balloons. We just go bananas in our house because birthdays are a big deal. And I want my kids to always remember that I'm so happy that they were born and that they are in my life. And so I took some photos of Sophie when I threw, because she's obsessed with like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So I tried to get her like these cute blue balloons. But yeah, so I just kind of note stuff that happens throughout the day. Not everything, obviously, because that wouldn't fit, but just stuff I, you know, kind of want to remember. And I just use like a hodgepodge of stickers, just whatever's in my stash and stuff. And sometimes sometimes I have more time to, you know, write more stuff, and sometimes I don't. And there's no like real structure, I guess. I went to this ADHD conference. I learned so much, especially about girls who have a diagnosis of ADHD and the masking of the symptoms, and also like how there's not a lot of doctors trained to treat adults, elderly adults, like over 65 adults with ADHD. And a lot of doctors are hesitant to prescribe stimulant medications to individuals over 65. It was fascinating. I learned so much at that conference. And I, you know, made contact with quite a few people that are very important in the ADHD world. So yeah, that was a pretty good week. And then this is the current week that we're in. Today I do not have a migraine. It's the 2nd, but I do have a headache, and I'll take it. Because yeah, it was rough. So I'm just, you know, do whatever. And then we get to my dailies, and every day is filled out. I did on a couple go back. So the plan was, okay, let me tell y'all, this sticker here, I wrote highlights in like a Tombow marker, and I looked at it for 3 days, y'all, and I was like, why does this look weird? Like, why does that word, have you ever like looked at a word and been like, so like awkward is a word that it just doesn't look right to me. And I'm like, why does it not look right? You know why it didn't look right? Because I spelled highlights wrong. I spelled it HILIGHTS, and I was like, it took me 3 days to figure out that was not correct. So I just put this little label. I got it from Dollar Tree a long time ago over it, and just begin. Because I was like, no. And I was just using this to kind of like, I stopped, but just kind of like things that happened in that month. Like, I graduated from the University of Alabama, so I'm a big, you know, Alabama fan, Roll Tide. And Saban announced his retirement, and it was like the week before we had all the ice, and everyone was like, we just need to go into this. It was funny. They hired their new coach. I, you know, put when I inked my pens. I, you know, I finally hung up some pictures around my house. Like, I just kind of like listed out some things, some good, some bad. Like, I interviewed for a job and I didn't get it. But I put myself out there and I was proud of myself. So anyway, I love my current job, but this was a move up. This was a big move up. So, you know, in the future, but I put myself out there. And so basically what I do on the daily pages is I do whatever the heck I want to. So I wrote like a happy hello 2024 New Year's spread. I did a thing about Sophie. Something I always do with my girls in whatever journal I'm in is I will put in birthday photos, and then I will write things about them that I want to remember. I have them from like their first birthday onward. And I like to read them to them. So there are days like I'm a little bit more structured. I'd write out my gratitude and then kind of give a synopsis of my day. I did that for a little while. I use my cute stickers, a hodgepodge of stickers. Most of my stickers are pen, paper, and plans, Via Creations, the planner spot. Washi's pretty much the same, except the planner spot, and high paper clouds and paper minty. And I think these are from Planner Monkey Co. I made these stickers myself. Again, Operation Minimize started on January 6th. So, yeah, there were some days I just wrote highlights of the day. You know, I would do like collage stuff. Let me flip this over because I'll tip in stuff, excuse me, for my kiddos. Like this was a program my daughter was in, like all county choir, so I tipped that in. I have a lot of like Michael sticker packs, so I use those up. I smear my ink. I use all my fountain pens. I just have a good time. I found these stickers in my stash. These were things that were freebies from Latua Notes, and I had printed them on sticker paper. Couldn't tell you when, but I was like, I need to use those. This is a stamp from Pen, Paper, and Plans. This is when I was like, ooh, stamping. So yeah, like there are some days I don't write jack. I just, you know, put stickers and stamp. I stamped that upside down and I was like, whoopsie. But I was having fun, like stamping. I just use like this ink pad that I got at Michael's a long time ago and my little stamps. Yeah. I'll tip stuff in. I found this card from Pen, Paper, and Plans. I love her like logo. That's so pretty. This was like a snow day, y'all. I did the birds because we have a nest like on our front porch. We have like these columns, and every spring we call her Mama Bird. She comes and she lays her little eggs and has her babies like right there. She's always been like that. And like that night it was so cold and she was like up in the nest like all fluffed up, and I was like worried about her because it was freezing. And then like the first thing I did that morning, the next morning when I woke up, was I like looked out the window to make sure she was okay, and she was gone. So I'm assuming she was fine. Don't tell me otherwise. So I just put that there, and I'll always remember that. That's why I put that there. So we had another weather day. We had several weather days. This was a weird day back at work, so I used like my snarky like Tim Holtz quotes because it fit the mood. It was crazy. Also, it's like Sophie started her vocal lessons. This was like a weekend, sleeping in, enjoying my life. This was the day I interviewed for the job. I was so anxious because it was like 5 people interviewing me, and they were like really, really high up people. And I did well. I performed well. And the person who got the job, deservedly so, had a lot more experience, and she had been there longer than me. But I was just anxious, you know. But I was like, I gotta throw my name in the hat, you know. I gotta show that even if I don't get it this time, that like I am serious. So I was just really nervous. And then that was when I found out that I didn't get the job. So I wanted like to put some positive stickers down. I also ordered a B6 notebook, the Imperfect notebook in the color mauve, because my Stalogy is running out of pages. So I wanted an updated journal. So I just tipped that in. That was fun. I did some watercolor and charcoal here because I felt like I couldn't find the words. I was really anxious that day too. Couldn't find the words, but I found the brush strokes and it helped me release nervous energy. This was when I got this stamp ink and the Hobby Lobby stamps, these stamps. So I was having a good old time. Stamp stuff upside down, you know, good time. This was Sophie's birthday party at the skating rink. Yep. Sunday, beginning of the end for me now. Bad mood, stupid migraine. And then I put Stitch on here because he kind of looks like he's mad, but I think he's smiling, but I'm pretending he was in a bad mood too. Sophie got some watercolors for her birthday, so we kind of put them on paper just to kind of see. They're very cheap and chalky, but it was fun. See, like I said, I just, whatever I feel like doing. And then I added this like later yesterday when I was like a functioning human again. So I just kind of noted like horrible migraine, took a sick day, went to med center, and then migraine ER visit. The absolute worst migraine I've ever had in my life, sleep. And then I just put, if it requires pants or a bra, it's not happening today, and it's a beautiful day to leave me alone. And so I thought that was cool. And then that's the last day of January. So it's fun. I enjoy like filling every single day. And then the last thing that I'm using in here is, this is my book tracker. So I just, every time I finish a book, I'm on book 18. Oh, I thought I was on book 17. Every time I finish a book, I color this in because it's fun. And my goal is to get to 150. So if I get there, I'll be a happy camper. But even it's February 2nd. I already read 17 books. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, friends, that is how I'm using my weeks to my cousin. I'm enjoying it very much. The system is working. I did start an art journal. I won't be sharing that. That's for me, my mental health, because it's going to be crazy. That's where I'll almost like commonplace in it too. It's just for me and for fun. I'll show y'all the cover, but that's about it. So this is a Midori, it's called a Midori Cotton, and it size F because it has, it's like got paper that's made for like mixed media. Like I can put watercolor on this, I can draw on this or whatever. So I am going to use this creative outlet just for me. It's going to be a therapeutic tool for me. And then I've got my Stalogy where I journal, you know, whatever I feel like journaling, if this isn't enough. So the system is working great. I'm enjoying it. And so, yeah, I know that was very chatty and long-winded. I was really hoping it wouldn't be this long, but if you know me, you know me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for, joining me for this long video. I guess if you have questions, comment those down below, or, let me know how like your planning system is going. Like, is it working? Are you like, I need to try something different? I'd love to hear what you guys are using this year. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, you guys know the drill. Give me a thumbs up. Nerdy. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, friends.